Why, hello there. Greetings, and welcome back to a small Let's Play of a game called Gyakken Kenji 2, Prosecutor's Path. I'm Divine Path, a Pokemon Princess, your Buffer, and it's very nice to meet all of you. So, we're finally at this point. We're gonna beat Paddy and expose her. Oh, this case. It's really been quite long. It's not that I'm bored with it, it's a bit much to deal with at once, and I kind of want to see her breakdown, honestly. 7 hours, really. Second. I believe that the culprit in this case could only have been Dogen. I have no idea what transpired between Dogen and the victim. It simply couldn't have been that Dogen was displeased. That was the worst manner of a sentence in a while. It simply could have been that Dogen was displeased with him. In any case, he was the one who stabbed the victim to death. He probably had a dog dispose of the body. This is the truth of the case. The victim, Mr. Knightley, was it? I think it is a truly terrible thing. Taking a man's life, you mean? That's how you'd go about saying it, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah, if only I had been more vigilant. His death would not have happened. That's why I want to clear up his regrets. Warden Roland, how considerate. I'm sure Miss Nucky in heaven is overflowing with gratitude. You overestimate his good qualities. Is gratitude really what Nucky feels? Currently it's kind of naive. What do you say? You believe why? You seem very confident of that. How can you be so sure? The children of the soul are all good little boys and girls. Believe in yourself, believe in your friends, and believe in me and the guards. I find it hard to believe you at this point. There is no way any of these hard-working children could have committed the murder. Quite an emotional reason. Makes sense coming from someone like her. Only Dogen would be capable of something like that. I'm very curious what she's hiding in that jacket. Nali was being held in the detention center, and Dogen was in the prison. They couldn't make any contact. Don't you think that would have prevented trouble? The prison is quite confined, right? There were many ways for them to meet. Knightley was murdered days before he would have been sentenced to prison. Surely there weren't many ways a meeting could have occurred. Even without the direct meeting, Dogen can still cause trouble. Mark my words. Even though Dogen says that he really only never makes it personal at any point, despite his apparent threat. What could Knightley have done in the detention center to displease him? That was just an example. You don't have to take it so seriously. Didn't I already say that I have no idea what transpired between them? Nevertheless, you certainly are a serious one, Edward there. What's this? That piercing gaze? Oh, it's done straight and stiff. Very nice. Looking very clever, my dear. I think I'm about to become your biggest fan. No, thank you. That spot's already taken. Mr. Edward, stay focused. It's just a flesh wound. Right. Is this some form of psychological warfare? I'm very curious about that. Because we know that he can't have done that. There's no opportunity, despite what you're saying. I'd like to hear your thoughts about the circumstances surrounding the murder. Well, I suppose it was a simple job. During his booking, I learned that the victim had some kind of injury to his neck. He couldn't turn his neck to the right. I remember him saying something like that. Booking. That's the process one of the girls before getting locked up in the detention center. It sounds like you don't really know a lot about Knightley. I only know a little. In any case, he would have been an easy target for Doggin. Perhaps he used the chisel hidden in the chessboard. The victim wouldn't even have had a chance to scream. I see. Your opinion will be a very valuable reference. Could you add those last statements to your testimony? Ah, you're making me blush. You're so C-U-T-E. I'm just kidding. I'll continue. Perhaps I used the chisel hidden in a chessboard. Well, yeah, that corresponds to what we know. That it seems he smuggled in a means to get out. But how do you know that? Yeah. The chessboard? I don't think it's anything I can prove. The thing that the victim brought with him. It seems like he really enjoyed playing chess. How could I guess that chisel would be hidden inside it? A chisel and chessboard. That fact is only known by select few people. This would be also be right out from our reasoning after all. So then, what does she know about this? In Dogen's hands, even a chisel is enough to be used as a lethal weapon. I thought it was strange. He probably had a dog that was the body, that's just the case. And this really impressed me in this. Let me think. That's just naturally. Remember my interrogations? Ah, that man. No matter how much evidence you find, it's still slippery as a snake. Even lots of guts. Even a lot of guts. That smug look he has on his face when he returns to his cell. Ah, just thinking about it makes my stomach churn. I can sort of understand how you feel. Just for the sake of conclusion. Do you mean to say the dog threw the body into the well? Dogen has more than one dog, not just the black one, you know. Didn't I tell you? He has henchmen outside his walls as well. You mean his henchmen outside of the prison aiding him in this crime? Of course not. He would have been caught by the security gates. But, think about it. Wasn't he the supplier? It's not hard to think he had dogs within the prison too. Oh, well then, why don't you tell me the names of those so-called dogs? If I knew that, I wouldn't have gone through so much trouble. In any case, it's still a possibility. Please try to consider it. She's dodging the question. Can't I pursue this line of thought any further? Woodland Roland's testimony was covered in lies. If I picked them apart one by one, her true colors would surely be revealed. Okay, let's have a look at this. Knew it. Okay, I was hoping so. I'm actually really hoping that in this sort of situation there are multiple potential pieces of evidence to present, because I really don't know which is referring to. I just know what the line of reasoning is going to be. Warden Roland, you certainly are sharp-witted. Hey, enough with the titles. Call me Patty. P-A-T-T-Y. However, there's something you were a little too knowledgeable about. And that is, you're such an inexperienced child, Edgeworth, dear. That's kind of condescending. Gosh. Why hard, Mr. Edgeworth? You said you didn't really know much about Knightley. If that's the case, how did you know about the chisel inside the chessboard? Oh, of course. The entrance check. Enough with the poor excuses. The entrance check? The chessboard wasn't something Knightley brought with him. It was brought to him later by Mr. Keyes. He didn't even have it when he arrived here. That's my mistake. I meant the parcel check. even if we assume that, there are still many suspicious points. Why wasn't such a chisel immediately confiscated? Ah! Judge Courtney, did you tell anyone about the trick to the chessboard? I did not. If no information about our investigation was leaked, then how did you find out? You could not have examined this during an entrance check or parcel check. Certainly. Someone in the warden position would never have let the chisel slip by. Exactly. So answer this, Warden Roland. When and how did you learn about the chessboard secret? In that case, I shall answer for you. It is because... I give up, Edgeworth dear. It is as you say. I interrogated Knightley. That's how I learned about the chessboard. But please believe me, I didn't kill anyone. Enough. It would appear that we have uncovered some vital information. I'll ask you to testify once more, if that's alright with you, Prosecutor Edward. No objections here. Thank you, Edward dear. I'll do my best. Well then, Warden Roland, I trust here there will be no lies from there on out. There will be no lies from here on out. Her pool of lies is slowly running dry. Soon I will bring out her true nature. Let's go! I'm ready to fight you. I wouldn't go so far as to call it an interrogation. I always make sure to talk to all new arrivals. Mr. Knightley, yes, we had a little chat. After our talk, he went right back to his cell, I assure you. She's piling lies on top of lies, not realizing that it only tightens the noose around her neck. You speak for the new prisoners, you say? That's right. I'm glad you understand.
Objection!
Your testimony is not solid evidence. It requires more than just understanding. Well then, Prosecutor Edworth, you may begin your cross-examination. When I'm press everything again, don't we? I don't see anything immediately wrong, but then again, I don't always do that. You're certain you were interrogated the day before the show? Yes, around 3 AM on the 27th. Right night. And that's the time of death of Knightley's autopsy report. You summoned him that late at night and he wasn't asleep? Well, a guard was attacked in Knightley's cell, remember? After that incident, we checked his cell and inquired about the circumstances. I'm sure all that excitement made it hard to sleep. Knightley was wide awake, you know. So even though it was highly irregular, you still carried out this late-night interrogation. Edgeworth, you are so mean. It may have been irregular, but the truth is I haven't moved. You can call it what you like. It still doesn't change the fact. Please excuse me. I'll give my incompetent apprentice a good scolding later. But for now, mademoiselle, what did you mean when you said you hadn't moved? I thought it was obvious, monsieur. I spoke to him in my office. Her office? The where she used to move Knightley's body. Please add that statement to your testimony. Of course. I'm just going to press every statement. Before that one, there's a traffic conversation. What kind of animals do you like? What does hobbies wear? That sort of thing. Hobbies? I assume you mentioned chess? Oh yes. Oh yes, that's all Ashley would ever talk about. Now that I think about it, I know the other in the room. It probably had something to do with chess too. So when no one saw Maggie's note, and what was Knightley like during interrogation? He was very honest. Mr. Knightley was... honest, pal? He also talked about a croissant and kind of promo. Croissant and chess piece promotions, I would say. It was like he was his usual chess love himself. If he really returned to his cell, there's no way he would have been... I know you're suggesting that I killed him during the interrogation, but I couldn't possibly have a motive to kill Nike, could I? Doggin was the only one I hated, and he had no connection with the victim. If you only hated Doggin, please add that statement to your testimony. 2. What? And you had no connection with the victim. You had a connection with the victim. What should I check first? Nope. One Roland, would you have a look at this piece of evidence? What's this, Mr. Edgeworth? You want my attention that badly? Oh yeah, okay. I screwed up. No, I didn't mean. I'll give you as many answers as you like. Run, Miles, run! Okay. It seems like I'm in danger. I should withdraw for now. Okay. That is this. He did have a connection there, and that would be the corresponding chest. I would say... not a hound piece, but not his memo. There we go. There we go. Judge Courtney, I'd like you to have a look at this. It looks like a record of a chess game. Is there something wrong with it? This was discovered in the victim's cell. It was Knightley's memo. Warden Roland, you also discovered this note in the very same place. And not just in Knightley's cell, but in Dorgan's too, correct? Correct? What are you... Don't say that you don't know about the chessboard in the special cell. After all, you would have kept an eye on Dogan's actions down to the smallest details. No, to be more precise, it wasn't Dogan that you needed to keep an eye on. The warden was searching for Mr. Dogan's henchmen! From the start, I found it strange that the warden interrogated the prisoner's person, since he used his henchmen to threaten harm to her family. When Roland interrogated Dogan to expose them. So, what are you saying? As he inspected Dogan's mail, he must have known that he played correspondence chess. And when Knightley appeared with a chess memo in his hand, we deduced that he and Dogan were connected. He must have arrived at the same conclusion as well. However, he went on one step too far in the reasoning. He thought Knightley was one of Dogan's henchmen who had come to kill you. So then, and that's why I interrogated Knightley boy. And if the boss were correct, go after his henchmen. In addition, you discovered something when you were interrogating him. Inside his chessboard, you found a portable chisel. The murder weapon. To Warden Roland, the chisel was a symbol of Dogan. And that was the final straw. You believed Knightley was one of Dogan's henchmen and you killed him. It seems there will be no rebuttal. Judge Courtney, your verdict. Though it is incredibly unfortunate, there seems to be no room for doubt. I shall announce my verdict for the murder Horace Knightley. Of course she is not taking kindly check. Twice my sacred verdict has been interrupted. Who was that? Warden Roland? Warden Roland? Oh, how strange! You guys really don't understand anything. It would seem the one who doesn't understand is you. Me? Oh, I understand one thing very well. There is a huge contradiction in your logic. When she's cornered, she starts spouting nonsense. Pay it no heed. Judge Courtney, your verdict. I am interested in hearing what the warden has to say. What? I thought so. But there's one thing I want to say. One? Please take a good look at this autopsy report. The autopsy report? The one I brought with me? I heard exactly what you said earlier, Justine darling. You said the wound was 4 inches deep. 4 inches. No way. Could that tiny chisel really have made the wound 4 inches deep? Impossible! How could I make such an error? Oh, forgive me, goddess of law. Well, I believe that overturns your hypothesis.
What will you do now, Mr. Edward?
What will I do? It'll be alright, pal. Mr. Edwards always. Whoa, hey now. He's gone on right. Hey, you're a defense attorney, aren't you? Isn't there something you can do, pal? Do that turnabout thing! Make some earth-shattering objection! I'm good as a hard worker, but without decisive evidence, we're just whipping a dead horse here. Does that mean it's hopeless? Come on, you're the Turnabout prosecutor for a reason. The true killer is Warden Roland. If it's not her, then nothing that's happened fits. But the chisel isn't the murder weapon. Are there any other sharp objects here? There are still many mysteries remaining in this case. However, we do not have the evidence to solve them at this present time. Please don't. We have no choice but to continue this battle in the courtroom.
Objection!
No. That would just give the killer a chance to destroy evidence. A chance to destroy evidence. Evidence. That would just give the killer a chance to destroy evidence. Sounds too Russian. Darn it. I can actually pull off an Irish accent. Hello. Are you mocking the court? Court? No. I didn't mean anything like that. Look perplexed, Miles. Thought of anything yet? The chisel is not a murder weapon. In that case, what is? It's no use. We're back where we started. No objections, Prosecutor Edwards? By the way, any baseless statements will be punished accordingly. Oh goodness. How ominous. It's no good. I can't think of anything. I need more time. I regret to say, I have no... No! Miss Edwards! Remember what Mr. Shields said. If we give up, Simon will... Have you forgotten that sad look on his face? He was the one who suffered most from Knightley's death. If we can't save him, who will? Besides, Simon believes in us, so we can't give up. Okay. Miles, looks like you've found a good partner. It's like little Kay says. Whenever you're backed into a corner, think of your client. Keep fighting until the very end. Isn't that the feeling you're getting? Gregory, your old man. No matter what trouble he faced, he would always turn things around to save his client. You got his blood in you, right? In that case, you're the only one who can turn this around. Judge Courtney, the look in your eyes has suddenly changed. If you intend to speak, you'd better be prepared to face the consequences. Your logic thus far has been misplaced numerous times. If this were to happen again, I will consider you unfit to call yourself a prosecutor, and you will hand over your badge. That's right. My reasoning about this case has indeed been misplaced numerous times. Have I made a grave miscalculation? Wait, my logic is misplaced. Still silent. I cannot condone this waste of time. Well then, Mr. Edwards! Mr. Edwards! I will announce my verdict. That's it. I have to turn my logic around. My logic is misplaced. It's been misled. So I need to figure out what is the question we need to ask ourselves. If the murder weapon is not a chisel, this court finds the defendant Simon Keyes. Although, when you're just saying that it's not the time to announce anything, this is really highly negligent, Courtney. Anyway, isn't it a little early to hand down a verdict? I actually think it's rather late. Don't you agree, esteemed darling? Enlighten us. What? Try to remember the eyewitness account about his dog and his absence from the animal show. When I first heard that information, my suspicion immediately fell on Dorothy. I'm amazed to take such pride in retelling your previous failings. But was that not the killer's aim? What if we assumed that was their intention from the start? Of course, the chisel served the same purpose. We already listed that possibility that it all was applied to potentially frame Dogen, although everything else that happened kind of threw everything into chaos. Knightley's body was stabbed in the same spot with multiple sharp objects. This shows that he was stabbed with a chisel after the real murder weapon was removed, by soaking the chisel in Knightley's blood. The killer wanted to mislead us into thinking the chisel was the murder weapon. Why? That's because... Why did the killer want us to think the chisel was the murder weapon? To get Dogen expelled, we know that. Wooden rolling. You made use of this chisel's image. Chisel's image? What are you trying to say? Trying to say? Miss Best. When you see this chisel, what does it suggest to you? Something like, Dogen is the killer, right? Now, do you understand? That was the warden's aim. Ah! She wanted us to suspect the person with the chisels! Indeed, that was her plan from the very beginning, to make Sir Dogen out to be the killer. I understand your logic. It is true the warden did not think kindly of Dogen, but you understand, don't you? But you understand, don't you? This alone does not prove she is the killer. As I thought, it's not enough. The remaining chance is for me to find the real murder weapon. If you have no more evidence, I believe this conversation is over. Objection! I could prove it if I found the real murder weapon. It doesn't matter what you say. We did a clean sweep of the place. It is as Sebastian said. Wait, no matter how much look at evidence, what have we identified that could potentially have been used as a sharp metal? Not this chisel. There is no sharp object that I'm gonna have to look at that once the question pops up. It is as Sebastian says. In the end, we could not find any weapons. In other words, such proof is impossible. Objection! No, the murder weapon must still be somewhere in this prison, as long as this exists. The security gate! Remember its name after all. Are you mocking me? It's because of those things that you can't take metal objects in or out of this place. Exactly. Right, as long as those security gates exist, the murder weapon should still be here. That also means the weapon could have been brought into the prison. And yet, we're back to that same mystery after all. Just quote me. Prosecutor Edward, surely you realize, if the real murder weapon is still in the prison, one must also consider how it got there in the first place. The chisel was concealed within a chessboard. But the chisel is not the real murder weapon, which means the real murder weapon must have been smuggled in somehow. The way it was smuggled in. Can you prove that? How would Roland brought the weapon into the prison? Prison? You had evidence transferred from the prison. Yeah, of course, that's an officially. Yes, we ordered all the evidence concerning Dogen. I've been interrogating him personally in my office, but... That's it. She could have used that. This shows another way a weapon could be brought into the prison. What Roland did.
Take that!
Gosh, sorry. There's that. But anyway, that's how you bring metal objects into prison. Indeed, it makes even something nothing to do.
Elbow!
Exactly how does that bring metal objects into the prison? What? You really can't use that to bring metal objects into prison? Gosh, Edward, I'm disappointed in you. Sorry to let you down. So, there really isn't a way to bring metal objects into prison? What would person have thinking though? No, there is a way besides sending it in the package. And this shows that method. But the clue is the evidence that I'm not sure if I should say it in the K. It shows you where the way that I can go into the clue. What are those bells? Once said that a bell's missing. Yesterday, Dogan said this. Oh, that refers to this. Yeah, yes, my bells. There are only 2 in the world. Only 2? 2. They're custom made, attached to my knife in the newbie's collar. Even though I can only rely on my ears, I can easily identify them. Alas, one has been confiscated and is not in my possession. It's possible the murder weapon was brought in as confiscated evidence. Okay. What? Dogan's knife was confiscated and stored in the premises. I forgot that was a thing. That's why I was wondering, what refers to that confiscation? Oh, the bells. I've forgotten about the bells. Furthermore, a bell was attached to the knife. It can't be. The bell on a chisel. Exactly. The killer took it from the knife and reattached it to the chisel. But the only thing preventing the chisels are nightly. The killer probably wore gloves when they made the switch. She made the chisel out to be the murder weapon by attaching Dogan's bell. In doing so, it made Dogan appear to be the culprit. Furthermore, the handling of the set of evidence that this bell originally belonged to was only possible for someone with the proper authority.
Who, sir? Who had that authority?
Why don't you ask the warden question, please? You can't find bells anywhere. Anyone could have attached it, right? I see. So you don't know. These bells are Dogan's trademark. There are only 2 in the world. What? And so, attaching the bell would naturally make you the killer.
Do you have evidence that I have knowledge? You have evidence. Don't do that.
Hold it!
Of course. I understand. In that case, Mr. D. Best, I'd like to request an investigation immediately. Eh? But if you find it, that'd be problematic for me. That doesn't matter now. It is necessary to reveal the truth. You are a prosecutor, are you not? Well, even if you say that... Curse this useless prosecutor. If only I had still investigative rights. Besides, we can't investigate without the warden's permission, right? There's no way she would approve. We have no choice but to investigate ourselves. If you don't have evidence, there's no use in continuing this conversation. The goddess of law does not smile upon those with no evidence. This will have to be continued in the courtroom. Oh, darn it, again! I thought it was over! Seriously wanted to beat you down. Not good. If we give the warden one more time here, she'll definitely destroy the evidence. It seems like I have no choice but to raise an objection and stall for time. But I don't have anything definite. Is that really acceptable? Does he really like me to do something this reckless? No, not good. Now is not the time for hesitation. Right now, I am not a prosecutor, but an attorney's assistant. I need to protect my client. I'm the only one who can save him now. In that case, even if it's a 1 in a million chance, I have to take it. It's a sink or swim. Should I raise an objection? Heck yeah. Otherwise we lose. It almost feels like I've turned into a certain bluffing defense attorney. But right now, I can't come to a standstill here.
Objection!
Hold it, Prosecutor Edgeworth. What now? I just realized something. What would that be? Pray tell. Naturally, the whereabouts of the real murder weapon. Dogan's knife. Mr. Edgeworth, is it really true? Yes, though it is a lie. I find it hard to believe. This isn't a bluff, is it? You underestimate me. The word bluff does not exist in my dictionary. This is bad for my heart. There is no way you could know, because such a thing does not even exist. Well then, could you enlighten us? Where is the real murder weapon? Think. Somewhere. The police didn't look. A blind spot in this animal kill prison. A hiding place the warden would have complete confidence in. Hiding place? Come to think of it, her office? It was inevitable. I'm going to show them your mouth. The same method. Method? No. Couldn't be, could it? But there aren't that many ways to hide things from the investigator's eyes. Prosecutor Edward, how long do you intend to keep us waiting? It's possible, but I'm taking a big gamble here. The place where the real murder weapon is hidden is here, in her own office. What the fuck? The courtyard. Okay, that was the final place. Here, in the courtyard? Indeed. That's not enough information. Please show us in more detail. Where is the real weapon hidden? In the well. I don't want to have a game over, so it's gonna have to. But I know. Fuck! I didn't mean to do that. That was the thing that I've been wondering about all this time. I know what he's referring to. I know. It's an Ellie. Ellie has it. That was what. That's it. Back then. Yes, thank you very much. I remember now.
Huh?
What's the matter, detective?
It looks like the metal detector is reacting to this alligator.
Really? Why? Of course. That's what a metal detector reacted. Just Courtney, I'd like you to take a look at this. The chisel? Wasn't that just a fake murder weapon? Murder weapon? And the dog had hid this chisel inside his dog's mouth. And the real murder weapon was hidden in very much the same way. The real murder weapon is in the pond, inside the alligator. What? What? We can confirm that the metal detector reacted to the alligator. Judge Courtney, please have the insides of the alligator examined. I give my consent. We'll have to call a veterinarian. I can make that little girl open her mouth. Can I help? Yes, go ahead. Thanks, Regina. Ah, finally! No more postponing! We got you now! Warden Roland, discovering the real murder weapon will settle this matter once and for all. Why don't you do the honorable thing and confess now? What would I have to confess? In that case, you can just wait for your fate to be sealed. No!
Ah, we found it, sir.
That's why you said it would be!
It's over. Patricia Roland, the real murder weapon is none other than Dogan's knife. And the one who murdered Horace Knightley can only be you.
Dogan was the evil one. I didn't do anything wrong. It was completely unreasonable. That guy was one of Dogan's henchmen. Him. If only he had never come to my room. I could at least still be happy. My special paradise. He ruined it. All of it. Him. That no good assassin. Him. Those were all animals. Okay. That was the thing that happened there. Ah, gosh, epilogue time. Investigate best is the best. We have results. The best are the best? Looks like even the forensics officers have it tough. Oh, no, it's cool though. We found traces of Knightley's blood and Dogged's knife. It was just like you said. You're the best, Mr. DeBest. Hey, screw you, taking the honor. Where's Footy? Footy had to go and just take the credit. Alright, good job, but don't stop there. Keep the praise coming. Coming? Yes, sir, you're so incredible it brings tears to my eyes. How much did you pay them to do this? How much did your dad pay them? From Searle. Well done, Sebastian. Next comes the follow-up investigation. Huh? What are you talking about, Justine? Hasn't the case been solved already? We have not yet confirmed if Knightley truly was one of Double's henchmen. There is also a chance that would involve jump to the conclusions. That's our main uncertainty in this case. Anyway, let's keep investigating. Hey, you there, come with me, cause I'm the best, the true, that will appear before me first. When that moment arrives, make sure you don't miss it. Yes, sir. I'm looking forward to witnessing the first-rate ability. Let's go! We live in troubling times, wouldn't you agree? Huh? The would-be assassin of the president was found murdered in the prison. Knightley had not planned to assassinate the president. The truth is not as vital as you seem to believe it to be. Not to the world. And not to the law. The copyright! Believe what you will. However, as long as Prosecutor Edgeworth remains a prosecutor, it is an inescapable reality. A prosecutor is not someone who demands a guilty verdict. That is what I believe. Those are narrower than your values. The law is not a plaything on any one person. If you will not submit to that, you will do well to prepare for the consequences. What's that supposed to mean, pal? Don't tell me you're gonna... Now then, this is where I must state my name, Prosecutor Edgeworth. But you better consider what we've done so far. Courtney, your Courtney is right. The law should not serve any one person besides. However, if the truth is bent as a result of that, can that really be called justice? Hi there. Ah, Simon! Simon! Boss. What happened? They said you could come out already? Well, honestly, I don't know for sure. All of a sudden, they were like, you're free to go. Should I Mr. Edgeworth? Well, that's because you found out who the real murderer was. Really? You did? Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, no way. Even if you grab me like that, it's useless. I'm innocent after all. You're calling me guilty. Simon, you should thank him, you know. You're right. Thank you very much. I want to thank you too. Good grief. As a defense attorney, can I ask you just one more question? Yes, you may, but I'm not a defense attorney. I thought Knightley and I were friends. No, I'm best friends. I was told we were... You don't think so anymore? Well, I'm just wondering. There were some things I had no idea about. Like how you could hate someone enough to kill them. That's why. Maybe he never trusted me either. Simon, that's not true. You're lying, because if I had known, I could have stopped him. I could have told him he had no reason to be angry with anyone. Mr. Keys, I don't think he disliked you either. Let's go and prove that Knightley trusted him. Isn't this ring? No. I'm very curious. Oh gosh, I lived. Well, he trusted him probably because he asked you to get rid of him. His chessboard. That's what I gave to. Nightlight had a chisel. He had a chisel inside it. Most like to aid in his escape. Escape? He used me? He trusted in you. He knew you'd bring it to him without looking into it and without question. And in doing just that, you were caught up in everything. Lively, you idiot. Looks like he gets it. Simon is not as dumb as he looks after all. I'm sorry to be back to normal by tomorrow. Was that supposed to be a compliment? I'll be strong. I'll become a splendid wild animal temple for Nightly's sake. Excellent. That's the spirit. Needing money. I almost forgot. If you'd like, please come to our next show. Oh, that's the person we haven't seen in a while. I was before meeting it. Betty Boop Circus is always fabulous and fun for our ladies. I wonder how you two are doing now. Wow, that sounds like fun! Let's go, Miss Egway! Well, I'll think about it. Well, we need to get back to practicing right away. You were written today. What? The tiger? No way. It'll be fine. He's a good boy. No way, there's no way it'll be fine. Please cut me a break. Pause. Break, pause. And there you go. But man, bravo. Really put on a good show today, Miles. It's all thanks to you, Mr. Shields. Without your help, she might have gotten away. Not to mention allowing us to continue the investigation. Oh man, good job already. You're gonna make me blush. I never know when you are being serious. Uncle Ray is always serious. So how was it, Miles? How did it feel to be a defense attorney? To save people? A defense attorney? But that really took me back. It was just like being next to the old man again. It's been a while since I've read this good. It was, well, it's so much difficult to say what it was a good thing. Come on, Miles. Are you sure you don't want to be a defense attorney? What? You know, pick up where your father left off. Don't you want to save people like he did?
What are you talking about, pal? Mr. Edwards is a prosecutor.
But is it really that unusual for a prosecutor to become a defense attorney these days? Or the other way around? Unusual isn't the problem here. Hey, don't be so upset. It's normal, you know. Normal. It's not.
Normal, pal.
You don't make for a powerful defense team powerful. Mr. Shields, I'm a prosecutor. I'm a good as a defense attorney. That's why I'm being serious about this. Well, this is my opinion. My opinion. That's just my opinion. Feel free to drop by and have a change of heart. I'll be waiting for you. That is my opinion. Hello. Something like that. Gosh. Follow my father's footsteps? Me, become a defense attorney? I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my dad. Should I become a defense attorney? Like my father? That's Gregory! Yay. The end. Finally! Ah, that was so long. I'm so happy it's over. Ah, especially because I kind of want to see how this is like. I know what's gonna happen next case. Well, not everything. Just one little tidbit. But that will have to wait for another time. We should meet again in another game, perhaps. Until then, humans, fairies, and yokai.